Hi, everybody. Welcome to First Look. Here we are in the fishbowl.
Hi.
Hi. It's here.
Hi.
Hi. Hi. Hi.
And we're taking a look. Karen has put together some first looks. Right over there, there's Karen, who is helping us, not first looks, with freeSpeech. God, too many names.
Whatever.
Too many names in this joint.
Snapshot.
And so we're going to screen one on North Korea. And this is something we're thinking about running tonight. Obviously, it's extremely topical. There's a lovely and talented Lauren Mitchell, who's my assistant.
Hi.
Mark Rosenwasser,
Hi.
who's in charge of freeSpeech.
Hi.
That's Mike Webben, who's
An extreme close-up.
he's in charge of that. That's the lovely Chris Dinan over there, who's from Canada, but don't hold that against him. And there's Rome and Katie and Karen. Okay.
This is a rough cut. What's
Yeah.
your name?
Well, we should explain to people who aren't in TV news, lucky
this
ducks,
is
what
what I
a
meant.
rough cut
Yeah.
is. What does a rough cut mean?
It just means that it's not polished. It's not ready for air. There would be pictures to be put in. It might be edited in a different way. So this is like an early version.
Okay, Karen, I can't reach you with the mic, but can you tell me who this woman is as a setup?
This is Suki Kim. She is a novelist. She comes from Korea and is now an American citizen.
North Korea or South Korea?
She comes from
Born
That's
in
what I
South-
figured.
Born in South Korea.
Okay, so let's give it a whirl. Cecilia, there you go.
I'm South Korean by birth, but an American citizen through immigration. Politically, I would call myself a moderate. In February 2002, I was invited to North Korea for Kim Jong-il's 60th birthday celebration. During my week there, what I saw was not only dire poverty, but also a place without a trace of Korea's 5,000-year-old cultural history. Every book, every artwork, every building is dedicated to the great leader. There is no food, no heat, no memory of the past. We are all responsible for creating and maintaining the conditions that persist in North Korea. Even after the fall of the Soviet Union, the United Nations, with the support of the United States, has imposed sanctions against North Korea, and that has cost lives. By some estimates, 2 million North Koreans perished in a famine less than 10 years ago. Now some politicians are questioning why North Korea is so crazy and why they want to be a nuclear power. Why wouldn't they when America has nuclear bombs and is the only country to have used them on civilians? North Korea has few friends, few trading partners. The North Korean regime has failed its people and should of course blame itself for the extreme poverty there. But in their eyes, America shares the blame for artificially dividing Korea in half to begin with. Today, the North Korean threat of blowing up the world is an SOS. We must find a way of speaking to them that gives them hope of survival.
I thought she was good.
Wow.
What did you think? I thought she was good.
Interesting, and it's good to see somebody who's been there talking
Yeah.
about the conditions of life.
Yes, I worry a little that she's blaming. I mean, I'm pretty sure that the famine and the poverty in North Korea is the fault of Kim Jong-il, rather than
But
the
how
United
have
States.
sanctions have exacerbated it, right?
Well,
Or not?
I think what's really made I think that he's responsible for the suffering of his people. I think that to blame it on the international community.
Well, she did
is-
say
No,
Kim
she did. It's a
Jong-il to
balanced.
take responsibility.
It's a balanced view. I'm worried that I don't know. It's provocative. It's interesting.
Does it raise more questions than it answers in terms of dividing North and South Korea? Because then I started thinking, well, why did they do that anyway? You know, and do I need more?
Well,
history
yeah,
and
that's the
background
problem.
on
Is
that?
it was a function of the Cold War.
Yeah.
It was a function of the standoff between communism and capitalism.
Right.
And it was an artificial determination. But
Right.
that's a lot of backstory that people don't.
Well, maybe people
Don't
will
know.
then, we can do more on North and South Korea on the web. Look, we have a lot of other things cooking just very quickly, obviously. There's some developments in the Foley scandal, which I need to talk to you about, and also a question of what that plane was doing, tragically piloted by Corey Lytle, so close to a New York apartment building. And I think Byron's working on that, right, Ron?
And Bob Orr.
And Bob Orr. And we have a few more things cooking for tonight. Oh, I have a piece on.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Hi. Welcome again to First Look. I'm Katie Couric. We have actually a piece on supercomputers and the fact John and I went on and on yesterday about this series, but not only are they able to really figure out what's going on in a cancer cell, but now supercomputers are allowing scientists, researchers, and doctors to discover things about a particular cancer, a particular individual's cancer, because you can't have just colon cancer. Everyone has a special, specific, unique kind of colon cancer, or a reason why genetically or in terms of their DNA or their whole structural makeup, why they might have gotten this disease. But these supercomputers can virtually dissect, get it virtually. We had a big discussion about what virtually meant. We were both right. I said it means in essence. KDB says it means about as many, virtually all, but we're both right. But hers was the second definition, but don't worry, I won't hold that against her. Anyway, so they can figure out how a cell works on a computer, and it can basically unravel the mysteries of cancer cells, so they can figure out what targeted therapy is going to be most efficacious. And also, Ed Bradley, exclusive interviews with the three of the key Duke lacrosse players.
The three kids who were indicted.
Yeah, the three kids who were indicted, as well as the second exotic dancer. Thanks very much for joining us for this edition of First Look.